unpopular college football take that my man strongly believes in here is Richard Powell. And his take is high school recruiting doesn't matter much anymore. So I think what he's implying here is with the evolution of the portal, we're seeing less and less players stay at their specific place they signed to out of high school. So to be fair, 41 five-star prospects from the 2020 to 2024 have hit the portal. That's a lot. That is a lot. I think I saw a number the other day that somewhere north of 29, 30% of players of the top 100 had hit the portal since 2021 or 2020. I could be butchering that stat. The bottom line is it's tough to keep some of your top prospects if they don't play right away. So I don't think what Richard is saying here is totally outrageous, but I think the way that I would phrase it is it's not that high school recruiting doesn't matter anymore. I think the game is just expanding when it comes to talent acquisition. Like, I think it's no longer good enough to just high school recruit. I think you have to high school recruit and also portal recruit. I think that's the game you have to play now. So it's not that it doesn't matter. It's just that the portal now can matter in some cases as much. What I would say, though, is the teams that compete for national championships, the Georgias, the Michigans, historically the Alabamas, those are teams that they don't overhaul their roster via the portal, but they use the portal as a tool, right? Like the best metaphor for me is like groceries versus eating out. Like if you eat out every single meal, that's fine, but you understand after you eat out for lunch, it's only a matter of time before you have to eat out for dinner, and you're going to be hungry again pretty soon. So you have to keep on eating out consistently to where you have to make sure that you're, getting what you need from a nutrition standpoint. If you have groceries, though, you go to the grocery store, you stock up, you have everything that you need in-house. So if you eat breakfast, that's cool. Go back to the pantry, make yourself something for lunch. No problem. You have sustainability. If you want to live through the portal, which we're seeing some teams try to do, and more power to them to try to do that, but if you live through the portal and overhaul your roster every offseason, it's only a matter of time before you have to overhaul the roster yet again. Why? Because when you go through the portal, you don't have the same kind of eligibility more often than not than some teams that are recruiting at the high school level. So I think having a solid base at the high school level is how most teams want to exist and how most successful teams exist. But if you want to use the portal as a tool, that's equally as important. I mean, how many teams did we see this past season take a tremendous leap forward because of what they did in the portal? Texas, adding Adonai Mitchell. Quinn Ewers at quarterback. I know he's a second-year guy, but they made a big leap because of what they did in the portal with those guys. Look at Michigan. They won the national championship. And no, they didn't necessarily overhaul the roster, but they did take double-digit transfers this past portal cycle that contributed in a big way on the line of scrimmage for them. You look at Washington, Michael Penix Jr., again, another second-year portal guy, but Washington is not in the national championship game if they don't go to the portal and land their quarterback. Like, it's a great thing to get you over the top. Florida State, they were undefeated because of Keon Coleman, Jaheim Bell, Fentrell Cypress played a great part. Johnny Wilson was a second-year transfer guy. Like, you have to at least, Jared Verse, a transfer guy. Like, I'm all over the map here, but you understand the portal can get you over the hump. I don't think it's the way that you want to live every single season. I love eating out as much as anybody, but the sustainable way to go about it is getting groceries, keeping it in-house. Then every now and then, you want to get something nice, you want to give yourself a nice meal, go to the portal, get the best you can find. Or maybe if you don't have groceries in-house at that point in time, you go to the meal, or you go to get a meal out for that one meal. You hear what I'm saying? I think it's a great tool. I don't think it's the way that you want to live your life necessarily. So Richard Powell, high school recruiting not mattering, I have a harder time getting behind. But I do think that it's important now to not just high school recruit, but also recruit via the portal. So appreciate that unpopular take. Appreciate you putting yourself out there, Richard, and getting this party started. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.